I'm going to go on a journey with George. I'm going to try some different things that well, one thing he eats, but different ways. We'll see what that is. But look at this. It starts with a viewer from Australia. They asked him what are tamales. So let's see. I did not recreate the kitchen. That part was, I wasn't going to do that. But I did have those. You'll see it in a second. Beef, tomatoes, water, but he gives little cooking instructions. There's two things you need to see here. Masa flour, salt, chili powder, and not his disgusting kitchen. That's not something you need to see. The store. Okay, they go in the restaurant. We have them at a restaurant. Cup. I put them in a bowl. I don't do these things in order all the time. I never had them in a restaurant. Now this was $1. This can was $1.68 at Walmart, but I had gotten chicken tamales, which I like. And he's got his Chinese soup spoon there that he stole. I've never seen those for sale, and I doubt he bought one. You'd only get those by stealing them from a Chinese restaurant, I think. Now, and what they do. See, they're wrapped in paper, and he teaches us that you have to take the paper off. And you throw it away. I learned that. I would have eaten that paper. Look at that spoon. Look at the spoon. Something's in it. That thing's gross. Well, anyways, that's all we need to see here. And now we're going to see the results of him putting those in the microwave. What do they look like after they're cooked? They look the same. Okay. And see, he's using that spoon. There was something in that spoon that was brown and dirty. Ew. And there's sauce in here. There's the sauce. And so he's going to have some tamales. And he likes these. He says he. It's got a bit of spice to it. You won't put jalapenos on here. No, they don't. So then we'll skip ahead to like 2 minutes. Hot sauce, taco sauce. 2 minutes in. Flour and whatever else is in here. Spices, paprika. I like tamales, but like I said, I've only had them made not in a can once, about 40 years ago. They were wrapped in corn husk, and it was the most fantastic Mexican meal I ever had. I've only had once. So why don't I try some Hormel tamales and then try other progressively better tamales over the next week or so. And we'll see, because I love this part. He wants to go get one from a restaurant and show us what it looks like at a restaurant. I hope you're warmer than I am. I am ice cold in here with 30-degree temperature, going down to 28. I guess I spoke over it. I'm so sorry. Let's go back to here. Made not in a can once, about 40 years ago. They were wrapped in corn husk, and it was the most fantastic Mexican meal I ever had. I think this cracks me out more. So one of these days, we have 2 Mexican restaurants here. I'll go to one of the Mexican restaurants and get tamales, and it's on the menu, and I'll try them, and I'll film them. Lives, you can see what they look like cooked in a restaurant. That just cracks me up. One of these days, I'll go to the restaurant. I'll look at the menu. I'll say, hello, my dear fine sir. Have you tamales today? Something like that, No. Yeah, go to a Mexican. You don't have to ask. Mexican restaurants have tamales. And like I mentioned, I told you, Mexican grocery stores are really good for tamales. I didn't do that one. But, yeah, they're good. Well, I've told you some of what happened because I'm filming this after, but I did all the other stuff over the course of a week. But enjoy. I've been on the hunt for these. Finally found them. These are the tamales that George says is so good. Went to a lot of stores over time. I mean, I didn't go out hunting for them, but every time I'd go to a different store, I'd wander the meat aisle, canned meat aisle, and look and see if they had these. And they never did. I asked around, like at Walmart, where he got them much cheaper than I did. Well, not much, but cheaper. I mean, it depends on what you call much. You know, he got them for half the price I paid. He got them for $1.50. I got them for $3 or $2.99. I don't know. $1.50 is not much, but double is much. So I don't know. It depends on your, perspective. So I got them for $3, and in one of his videos, he talks about wanting to go to a Mexican restaurant someday when he can afford it and buy a real tamale, because he's had one once. What do you say, like 30 years ago, I think it was. Well, they're everywhere. Tamales are everywhere. And we're going to try some tamales, see how cheap they can be, see if it's true that he can't afford it. And this will not be all done in one day. In fact, I don't have the others right now. I have these. Could be a month from now. I don't know. I'll get something else and add it to this video and kind of make a video. But there was a show that he was doing one time alive years ago, after he had done his talking about the ones I've shown you, talking about tamales. And I said, went in with whatever name I had, and I said, in Martinez, there's this Mexican grocery store. You can get tamales there, fresh handmade tamales, for $1 each. They're very cheap. They're big. They're better than this. And you should go there. And he yelled at me and banned me because I was a troll. He knows what's in Martinez. How dare I tell him what's in Martinez? Get out of here, troll, as he said. I was like, okay, well, there we go. So let's see what I can find in the tamale world to get these open, get these cooked, see if they're as nasty as they look, and then, later I'll move my way towards better and better fare. Well, sure glad George told me to remove the paper from these. I almost ate it. Anyhow, let's they don't smell at all. Let's see one here. Let's see if this is worth so good. He says they're good. Okay, the sauce going in smelled vaguely of SpaghettiO sauce. It's extremely salty, but it does have a enchilada sauce taste. Teeniest bit of spice you've ever had. Just so small, but there is a touch. The tamale itself is pretty mushy. The masa is mushy. And let's try this. The beef is you don't taste it. You taste the masa, the sauce, and that's it. The beef might just kind of mix into the whole thing. Is it horrible? Actually, no. No, for cheap food, $1.50, $3. It's not horrible. It's not. I mean, it's a food. It's cheap food. It has very little redeeming qualities in the flavor. They're not great. They're not bad. They're just canned tamales. It tastes like it. I expected them to be hideous. I expected to be facing a challenge like Walks at Night put himself through when he lived as George for a week. What a brave man. No, I could eat these. they would be, typical canned food, typical at a cheaper, like fast food, cheaper buffet, you know, $7.99 buffet. You might have these tamales. The sauce saves them quite a bit. It's actually not as bad a sauce as it smelled at first. And I got some on my finger and tasted it when I was opening the can. I'll have some paper on this one. Yeah, that's still was there. And when I tasted it cold before it got cooked, it really did taste like SpaghettiOs sauce. I thought that was what we were going to be having. Like these bready substances in SpaghettiOs sauce. But no, we have something that resembles a tamale. It's actually not that far from it for what it is. Yeah, I mean, if all you can get is canned stuff, you've never been to I would put this on a shelf in case of a quarantine or something. Oh, wait, that's why I'm having this. Okay. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I actually, if I were to give it out of 10, it's a 7. It's reasonable, but not. It's not the real thing. It's not a tamale, but it's okay. Howdy, folks. Howdy's back. Those Hormel tamales were not pleasant the next day. They weren't spicy. They didn't hurt, but it was like a big ball of dough passing through my intestines. I wasn't happy. I didn't like it a whole lot. Anyways, I picked these up at Rayleigh's. You can generally find these at every supermarket I've been to, Safeway, Rayleigh, whatever. Over in the deli section, they'll have tamales sometimes. Not all the time, but they're there. And these have a good traditional homemade look. Now, this is what he claims he needs to get. These are $2 each. So now I'm up to $4. Yeah, he's broke. He has no money. So the $1.50 can of tamales is tamale heaven. Mine were $3. Now I spent $4 on 2 different types of tamales. A chicken and a chili and cheese tamale. They also make a pork tamale. They were out of them. My personal favorite is, my ex-wife, she was born in Mexico, and her dad as well. And her dad used to make tamales every Christmas that were unbelievable. I mean, we're talking unbelievable. It was pork and I forget what it was, pork and green sauce or chicken and red. There was a red sauce, a green sauce, pork and chicken, and then there were the sweet tamales. Oh my God, the sweet tamales are amazing. They're pine nuts and raisin with honey. It's a dessert tamale. They're hella hard to find. I've never found those again. Anyone making dessert tamales. I want dessert tamales again. They're just the best. But this chili and cheese might be good. And they are wrapped in the corn husk, as is the tradition with the tamales, not wrapped in paper like those weird Hormel things. Oh my God. I think I'm going to save this husk. If I dry that out, I can use that for toilet paper. Because, it's scarce. Well, not here. I usually just use Archie. And there's the chicken. I really wanted pork. Now, you don't need the tamales, the enchilada sauce if the tamale's good. And the like I said, I was talking about the masa before. The masa is the bread on the outside. Okay. I don't know if I cooked it or it's just dry. Pretty dry. Decent. I mean, the volume of food here is certainly comparable to the can. It's way better than the can. I mean, it had a flavor. It was all the sauce. I mean, the tamale had very little sauce in the can. It was all cheese and chili. It has a chili relleno flavor to it. That thing just does not want to cooperate, does it? No. Oh. Yeah, the cheese and chili is much better. Much, much better tamale. I forgot the good chili relleno. That is definitely Ortega chili. Chili relleno doesn't really mean a whole lot. Have you ever had one? What they do is they take a very large chili relleno, or a very large Ortega chili. Relleno in Spanish just means filled. That's it. So they take a large Ortega chili and they fill it with cheese, usually just cheese. And they cover it with a batter of some sort, egg and flour or whatever. And you have a chili relleno, filled chili. Oh, I like them. I like chili relleno quite a bit. And this has, Ortega chilies have a distinct flavor. To me, I can taste them. They are not spicy, they just have a flavor. And I like it. This is the winner of the two for me. Slightly dry on both of them. I think they don't need sauce, but they could use it. I think the flavor is so good that the sauce could distract from it, but the dryness of the masa, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. The masa is too dry. Masa is the, like I said, the breading. The interior is very flavorful. It's much tastier than the Hormel. And for $1 more, I thoroughly enjoy this. When I can see George not really getting into these, he would want to put teriyaki on it or something. I know. I've seen him cooking things. Anyways, there's almost real tamales. And we've only gone up $1. So let's delve some more into what George could be getting for just a tiny bit more. And for the third choice on our quest to see, can Senda buy good tamales at a reasonable price? And does he have to eat that crap in the can? You know, it didn't taste that bad, but boy, it stuck in my stomach for a day. It was just a lump of dough. But let's see, I went to a place called Super Burrito. And taqueria. Just a little bit. It's a taqueria style restaurant. If you know what a taqueria is, they're just the small restaurants that basically serve tacos and burritos. And wow, this thing tipped a little bit on the drive. Yuck. I got a beef tamale, both 2 beef tamales. Came with some rice, some beans. They included a little salad. I don't know what that is, but it's a salad of some sort. I don't know what kind of dressing. We'll have that maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. And for free, because I requested a huge grilled pepper. That thing's giant. I think a little, might just to get a little flavors opening. Grand total for 2 tamales, rice and beans, and a salad with a tamale, or with a pepper, $8. So our $3 can of tamales to get a real one has gone all the way up to $8. I think Senda could afford $8 to have like real food. Let's give it a taste. And they did put the red enchilada sauce on it. I really don't care whether they, I mean, it's good with it, good without, if they're good tamales. It's a million times better than the can. It's a little bit better than the grocery store. Oh, I'm happy. I'm gonna have a good dinner. This is one of the longer in time videos it took to film. I ain't eating all that stuff in one day. So well, it took about a week to film this bad boy, but I liked it. That's very good. Let's get some rice. Looks like they got some, I bet they use fake saffron, but it's nice yellow Spanish rice. And there's beans under this guy, but I don't care. I'm not a big bean fan. I don't mind them. Mix them a little bit with the rice sometimes, but yeah, for $8, I mean, Christ. It's a filling meal, satisfying. Senda just has to buy the cheap crap and wine. He doesn't buy wine. He wines. What is this? This is just, what is it? I don't know. It's just lettuce. Gross. I'm not eating a salad. This isn't a salad. It's lettuce with some tomatoes, and whatever the dressing is not a dressing. I'm glad they didn't pour it on the food. I forgot to tell them no lettuce. Sometimes they put lettuce on your food. I hate that. Sometimes I usually tell them no cilantro. I didn't have to this time. And I was watching Timothy Birmingham. He cracks me up. The guy cracks me up. I mean, he's not mentally solid. And I don't mean to laugh, but his pronunciations can be just hilarious. And right now, his opinions on the COVID is out there. He'll tell you that it's terrible that we have to do this and do that, and then it, like the next sentence says, and they're going to start opening up the beach. I don't think it's ready to be open. It's like, what? It's horrible we have to stay home, but don't open the beaches? I don't get it. You know, if it's horrible, I mean, if it's fine to stay home and close, that makes sense. But if you think people should be getting out there and getting to work, but you can't open things, that doesn't make sense. He's funny, but when he was making, what was it, taco meatballs, and he had to go to the store to get Caliantro, I think is what he called it, Caliantro. It's fun just to, I mean, I like him. I do listen and watch him because he's enjoyable, but his pronunciations can really crack you up. Well, there we go. There's beef tamales. They didn't have any of the others. They just had beef, and at Roberto's, I called you. You have choices of chicken or beef, but Super Burrito was close. Well, and I like it. I've never really had much from them. I had a couple of their tacos. Their carne asada tacos are good. Their carnitas are bad. Their chorizo was bad. So I figured this would be good because they do beef right. And that's about it for there. Is there anything else I had to say? I doubt it. Take care, folks. Have a good one. Okay, someone out there is a tattletale. That's right. I got into George's live a couple days ago, and I posted as Seymour Butts, and he laughed at all my jokes. He thought the Lone Ranger mask was funny. I told him that Howie Cat was now walking and that his prayers helped. I said I heard George Wendt was going to be the next James Bond, and he laughed, and he had fun, and he never once showed anger towards me. I didn't quite see a good place to smart off at him. What the hell are you listening to, George? That's horrible. But anyhow, one of you told him that I am Seymour Butts. You had to have, because his next live, I log in, I go and ask a question or said something, and blocked. I was blocked. He went and blocked me after that show because one of you is a little tattletale. You're a little weaselly weenie. I have no respect for whoever you are.